BEANTOWN is always a great environment. It's a great opportunity for our kids to start really piecing some things together, not only in their events but also as a team. It's a great team atmosphere. We have a huge crowd, so anytime you can draw that big of a crowd and create that kind of energy for indoor track meet, it's great, and very, very pleased with how the athletes did. We had some great performances from all event areas. Our freshmen came out and did a wonderful job. It was their first very big environment to compete in. So after the meet, we had about 8 ECAC IC4A qualifiers from the women and 10 from the men. So we were very pleased with that, and I think it's going to be exciting moving forward into this weekend. I think that again, like I said, the athletes putting the pieces together. But it'll be the first time we see Princeton and Yale, and it's always good. The load is starting to come off from a standpoint of training. I think kids are starting to get their legs underneath them. The techniques are starting to come together. This could be a very good weekend for our team to put some good performances up as we get ready for HYPs. So. I'm a big believer in standards. I think that that should be a standard that each individual should be striving for. I think that initially puts you in the pool to be very competitive with any meet that you go to. Traditionally speaking, you qualify for ECAC's IC4As, you have a real good shot at making an impact, regardless of where you are in your career. The freshmen could come out and pop that mark off early, like Misha Brooks and Twicken did, in the last couple meets. They're setting their careers up very well. So I believe that should be our standard that we start from. And traditionally speaking, you qualify there and you're going to score at HYPs, or you're going to be really close to scoring at HYPs. So that's the ultimate goal is doing very well there, moving on and getting to the national level, and all of it is a progression. So there has to be a sort of a baseline standard. So, and it may take an athlete a year or two to get to that, but eventually they're going to be an impact. They're going to create an impact, on the HYPs level, and and get to that next level. So, we talked about this yesterday in practice. I employed sort of the help of some of the captains yesterday at practice. It's very important at this point that things are positive. We've all sort of been in the trenches and done the hard work. The load, like I said, is starting to come off. People are starting to get their legs underneath them. The technique is starting to feel a little bit different. Things are, Garen last weekend, popping a huge PR in the pole vault. Dustin in the shot put. Our middle distance groups really starting to get some things. Hillary just off some records, in the 1,000. People are starting to put it together. So I think that the attitude going in has to be very positive, because this is really the last shot for a lot of our team in preparation for HYPs, and to be able to go against the big, have the big three together, it creates sort of a really good opportunity to be competitive. I mean, we still have to be competitive. We're not just all chasing marks, but we still have to get out there and be competitive.